One more preseason game.
Let's go, baby.
I almost said one more pregame, which also is not true, but one more preseason pregame. And this is it right now. Shout out to the new setup we have here, the Supporters Club. I don't know if you guys caught that video there off the top, but a new awesome way to support us, especially if you're someone who's mostly on YouTube. You know, you're not venturing over to the website or coming out to tailgates. Maybe you're out of towner, but you can support us through the Supporters Club now and get exclusive badge next to your name. You can use some exclusive emojis and even behind the scenes content that will only be for our Supporters Club members. So excited about this.
And I believe if you join right now, so the badges, how it works is they upgrade every month, every year. And if you join right now, you are going to get upgraded very first, every single time. Yeah,
exactly. It'll basically show how long you've been a member. So this is the first opportunity, first minute you've ever been allowed to be a Supporters Club member. So you could be the first one to get upgraded every single time.
And this isn't even just for our show. This is for all of DNVR. So literally you can be the very first person to join the Supporters Club. We would really appreciate it. And then you can drop in a little LFB in the chat, because Ryan, when you say we are just 15 days away, we're entering our final preseason game, man. LFB. Let's freaking Bo.
LFB. All right, RK, Zach, Benny with you today. We'll be with you all day. Pre-game, watch-along, and post-game. Excited to make it through the very end of the preseason. Benny, how you doing?
I'm doing really well. It's good to see you guys. It's exciting. The season is so close to being here. I'm glad that we have college football next week kicking off, and we got some live games and things that count. But yeah, preseason, the end of preseason, I had a little bit of PTSD coming here because of how crucial the third preseason game is, or the last preseason game is, for guys like myself who are trying to make the roster, trying to get that last first impression. You're trying to impress the Broncos, but you're also trying to impress the 31 other teams. And it's going to be a little nerve-wracking for these guys in the second half who are trying to make teams and trying to make this team specifically. So it's an interesting time. I'm excited that the preseason is over. I am ready to get to the real thing. I watched the Titans last night to see what we're going to be getting in terms of what their offense is and what their defense is. So it's close, man. 15 days away, sharpening the sword right now, and I'm excited to see what these guys, what the first team offense does today, and hopefully we get a great last couple of drives from the first team offense to finish off the preseason.
Well, and Benny, that's what makes this game so interesting, is it's so important to the back of the roster guys, but then also it's a unique final preseason game because we do get to see the starters. Typically, you would be saying, okay, we're going to see Sam Ehlinger for an entire half, Jared Stidham for an entire half, but no, not this game. We're going to see the starters for 8 to 10 plays, and not just see the starters. We might get to see Dre Greenlaw play for the first time for the Broncos. Get to see what this Alex Singleton, Dre Greenlaw inside linebacker combo looks like. Get a little taste of it before week 1 rolls around. Dre Greenlaw is in uniform for this game, and nice. Man, I know Broncos country is super excited to see him.
Quick shout out to Sir Sketch. First ever member of the DNVR YouTube Supporters Club. Emma has joined as well. Turd Curry has joined the
Turd,
supporters
let's go.
club. So we're starting off hot. Appreciate you guys for your support. And yeah, this is a funny one. I mean, thank God there's only 3 now. Because the 4th preseason game was always just like, my God, get it over with. But it's crazy.
We
because
need that. Guys like myself
I
need
know.
the 4th preseason
Yeah,
game.
you're like, no,
Yes,
please, give me a
no,
5th.
keep it.
I love that. Benny, what are the feelings like going into this game where it's like, okay, I know this is probably the most snaps I'm going to get?
I think it's different for everybody. So my first year, it was super unique. You still had cut down days. So you had those couple of different cut down days. You go from, I think, 90 people or 93 to 75. And then you don't have that many people going into the 4th preseason game. So when I played against Dallas, my first year, my rookie year, we won that game, but you're playing the entire game. You're playing in offense and special teams. So you're playing 70 plays on offense, and then you're playing all the special teams plays. So you are completely gassed. It's tough, though. You don't know how cuts are going to go, and the first time I ever got cut was my rookie year, and then I made it to the practice squad. Going into my second year, I needed that 4th preseason game. I had a good first 2 preseason games, and then I got hurt and missed the 3rd one. So I had to play, and we played against the Arizona Cardinals, and I think I had 8 catches for 75 yards and a touchdown, and I made the team.
Tough.
So the 4th preseason game, last preseason game, is super crucial for people like myself who are on the bubble of making the roster. They've made plays throughout practice and training camp and in the games, but you need to put together some consistency for those coaches to be like, hey, we're going to put you on this roster. So it is nerve-wracking. You're playing a ton, but also this could be some of the last times that people play football.
Yeah.
There are going to be 20 guys on this team, maybe 15 guys on both sides of the field today, that this will be their last time ever shooting up for a football game ever again. So it's a little bittersweet, and it's always a little emotional at the end of the preseason. A lot of hugs are given out. A lot of hugs will be given out over these next couple of days, and just words of encouragement, because this was their dream and now this is over. So thank God it was never that for me for at least 7 years. But yeah, this is the last time some people will put on a helmet for the rest of their life. So that's why I love the last preseason game. I'm always thinking about these guys out there. So best of luck to everybody on both sides. You know, this is their last job interview right here.
Yep.
See if they can put their best foot forward.
All right, Benny.
Yeah, that sucks.
I'm going to appreciate this game rather than just wishing it was over with already. For you, I also am going to appreciate our presenting sponsor, Coors Light. Shout out to Coors Light for presenting the pregame shows for us this season. It's a really good, way to look at it. And I thought Shedeur Sanders had a great quote, like, this might be the last time I ever get to play with these guys. So, like, I'm going to do everything I can to prepare the best I possibly can to perform well with this group of players. And, goes right along to what you were saying. So it's a good perspective to have. And it's going to be fun to kind of watch these guys go out there. Some of the guys who have had limited opportunities just say, like, hey, go play, go do your thing. Hopefully you make some plays and make someone change their mind in the building.
And I'll tell you what, Sean Payton talked about it on Thursday, the last time we talked to him. He said there are still some very important decisions that need to be made. And many times he points out, like, a punt returner when he was with the Saints was not going to make the team entering the final preseason game. Then he had a 75-yard return for a touchdown, and they said, we have to keep this guy. So there might be one guy that is on the outside looking in big time entering this game that we haven't talked about, that hasn't gotten any attention, that makes a flash tonight, whether it's in the return game, whether it's on defense, whether it's something in special teams that we don't see as often, that does make a play. How many spots, in Benny specifically, how many spots do you think are realistically up for grabs? Because do you think there's like 49 spots already that are pretty much locked in and there's just a handful?
Yeah, I think there's three or four people who can change their minds, but I think the roster is pretty much locked in. I think Sean and the rest of the staff knows the guys that they are going to be counting on for week one, maybe 3 or 4 guys, and they might not be on this team right now. There might be 2 guys that we are going to be looking at from other teams that are going to play well that can't make another team that we are going to bring onto this team. So it's an incredible opportunity for all people around the NFL right now, all players around the NFL. So everybody's going to be on watch and notice, and obviously Sean and his staff have done an incredible job. I know we're going to get into the Vele trade, but they've done an incredible job of scouting the players that they want. But there might be 1 or 2 players out there that are not on our current team that might be on our opening day roster. Maybe not with a jersey, but on our roster, on our 53-man roster.
And then on the flip side of that, Benny, do you guys think we'll see an Albert O type of game from someone?
Showcase game.
Yes, the showcase game. And what I mean by that is a couple years ago, Albert O in the final preseason game went off for like 100 yards, a touchdown, and we were like, oh my gosh.
He just made the team.
He just made the team. Psych, it was all a ploy to boost his trade value up, and then they were able to trade him to the Eagles. Well, we see that because when I think of this, I just think of the running back room for this game. Because,
Audric.
yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
That's what I think it'd be.
They're gonna boost him up to get some value out of him.
Yep,
There's
yep.
a couple teams out there that are looking for running backs. Let Audric go beat up on some, smaller, weaker guys today, and give him 25 carries for all I care.
Yep.
And then ship him out of town.
Jeez, that's so harsh. Wait, weren't you?
Yeah, I
On
was
the
former
okay.
former president of the Audric Estimate Believers Club.
Just like 2 months ago.
Yeah, and I'm just, I've been waiting for someone to take on that role here,
yeah.
and it doesn't feel like there is. So I feel like maybe we send him to greener pastures and allow someone else, in I don't know, California or something to take over that position.
So you're saying he's going to go to San Francisco, maybe a San Francisco practice squad back, or
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that works. They're in the business of trading for running backs right now. Just
Yeah,
trading
it might be a
running
little
backs.
late.
they're trading for everybody.
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
very
They need
true.
Skill players all over.
Yes.
Back of the roster, Hank would be very proud that we are 12 minutes in and we haven't talked about the front of the roster yet.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to see from these guys in the 8 to 10 plays that they're going to get, Benny?
What do I want to see? I want to see Christmas in and out of the huddle. I want to see completions. I'm not going to say I don't want to see the ball hit the ground, but I want to see completions. I think, Ryan, when we watched the first game against San Francisco, there were some opportunities where Court had an opportunity. Bo missed a couple throws to either R.J. Harvey or J.K. Dobbins that you want to see these completed. So when I'm looking for the first team offense, I want to see completions. I want to see us go up and down the field. I want to see some points. I want to see a touchdown from the first team offense. And I just want to see the operation. I also want to see Pat Bryant and Troy Franklin in there with Bo and to get that chemistry going. We know Bo has a relationship with Cortland and Marvin Mims, but I want to see the other skill players who have made waves during training camp get some reps with Bo and start to get some passes completed. I guess Troy and Bo did really complete a couple of passes, but maybe Pat Bryant in there with the ones. And then also Evan Ingram. We saw Jared Stidham hit Evan Ingram on the shallow, the play action fake last week. I'd like to see that get done here in this game. Just want to see Bo throw the ball to his weapons. I want it to be smooth.
Yep, that's if I get to see one thing outside of a touchdown from this starting unit, it is how these receivers look without Vele here and who's getting that first call up from the bench. Because we would assume that it's going to be Marvin Mims, Cortland Sutton as the starters because that's how it is on the depth chart right now. But then how does Troy Franklin work in? How does Pat Bryant work in? And I really want to see him. We saw both of those guys go off last week, but it was with Jared Stidham as the quarterback, and it was against backups that the Cardinals are playing. So I'm so curious to see these guys, and I would love to see one of them make a big-time play. And what I really, really, really want to see is one drive from the first team offense that just marches down the field, gets a touchdown. Sean says, your day's done, and we just have a good taste in our mouth for the next 15 days leading up to week 1.
What, you just only want to see one drive? See, I don't want to just see one drive. I need a couple of drives. I'd actually like to see them play a quarter or maybe even half. And I hate to bring this up, but I don't really care because this is how it's supposed to be done. What Kansas City did and how they looked yesterday, that's how we need to look.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes and those guys look ready for week 1.
Yep.
And they got new weapons. He was being protected. He ran the ball a little bit, found Travis Kelce. So our offense needs to look like that because they look like they are on a revenge tour right now. And obviously, the way they got beat in the Super Bowl, we got to be ready for that. So,
well, Benny, I'm going to say, first, give a shout out to S. Williams for joining us in the Supporters Club. And also, I want to quote a song, Benny. dream on. Because we're not going to see, if we get a good drive, Sean said it's going to be 8 to 10 plays for the starters, and I think he's going to stick pretty close to that. So that's why I want to see one drive, is because that means it's 8 plays, it's 10 plays, it's a good sustained drive. But I think that's going to be it, unfortunately, and that's going to be the same for the defense. I want 2 drives from the defense because I want 2.
I don't even care if the defense plays.
That's very true. I want 2 3-and-outs. What I don't want to see from the defense, though, is giving up a touchdown, because we saw that in the first game. It wouldn't truly concern me, but like, we're gonna see Shu. Is that Shu? Yeah,
Tyler Slow. Is it Slow or Shu?
See, I don't even know their starters.
Shuck.
I don't even know his
Rattler
name.
was starting.
Rattler's. See, I don't even know what the Saints are doing right now. I can't see him. I can't see them go down the field against his first team defense and score.
They're not gonna.
I don't think so either.
They're not gonna move the ball an inch.
Yeah.
But from the offense, I just want to see crispness. I'm going to say right now, hold me to this, Benny.
Yeah.
Process over results. I really don't care what the score is. I don't care if they score or not. If they go down there, they look crisp, and then like Audric Estime fumbles the ball on the goal line or something. I'm not going to hold it against them. I'm just going to say, like, it looked right. It looked good. Maybe there's like a weird penalty that brings something back. Like, I just want to see it look right. I don't care what the result ends up being in terms of points or anything like that. I just want to see Bo look comfortable, confident. I want to see those receivers catch passes that are thrown, on their numbers, and just look like a team that's ready to go out there in week 1. I think it's been awesome to see the NFL pendulum swing back to the preseason matters, because I think teams are tired of their teams looking like shit for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen the Broncos break out of that shell yet from their first team offense, so I want to see that. I also don't care about the defense I don't care what they do really on it at all.
Yeah.
Even if they got scored on by Tyler Shu, as you called him.
I don't even know. You said slow. I said Shu.
I think what's also...
The guy played like 7 years of college football.
It's true.
I think also Joe Lombardi called plays in the first game. Davis Webb called plays in the second game. Sean's calling plays today, so he has resumed play calling duties. So I think we will see some Christmas. I think we will see the different personnels. I know they did this like a game plan week. So for the audience out there, the last preseason game, if the starters are going to play, they're going to game plan like it was a regular season game, at least for what the starters are going to go out there and see. So you'll see some different personnels out there. You might see 3 tight ends out there, then 2 tight ends. You might see a fullback in there, and then you might see 3 receivers, 2 receivers. Sean's going to get some different personnels out there, so I'm curious to see how he mixes up those personnels. And then Bo's operation. I want to see Bo just be good with the ball. I want to see completions. I want to see, going for the first down, then the check down. So I want to see that type of operation from Bo.
Rod Blocker says, Arcane Zach, you got to stop disrespecting the Saints. Here's what I'll say about that. Whatever the line is over at Bet365, take the Broncos.
3.5.
Oh, take that times 4. Take that times 5. Take that times 6.
You think they're going to blow them out?
The Broncos are going to blow them out. What you can't forget, this is still Sean Payton going up against his former team.
Yeah.
And no way does he want to see them.
He's not passing off play calling duties today.
Exactly. That's very intentional. He's going to have Bo go out and look good. He's going to have Stidham go out and look good. He's going to have Sam Ellinger go out and look good. The Broncos are going to win by 20.
All right, you just talked me into it.
Game.
I'm quadrupling my bet on the Broncos.
Yes, that's how I'm feeling right now. So, yes, Rod, the Saints have some good players, as you mentioned. Chris Olave, now Devon Bailey, who it looks like he's going to play, which will be fun to see, but the Broncos are going to destroy him.
Wow, he's going to play. Wow.
All right, quickly, got to give a shout-out to our friends over at Coors Light. First, hold on. I got to see if Leeds scores this. Okay. First college football game of the season.
Go,
as you can see, Leeds United on in the bar, and the Leeds supporters group is here in force.
Yes, they are.
You got a Broncos preseason game. We are here. We have arrived.
Yes.
It is football season. It is the meat of sports season. It is the best time to be alive and the best time to be a fan of Coors Light. I could go for, 10 to 12 ice cold ones today. But I'm not going to do it before 11 o'clock. Just personal, boundaries that I draw.
Yeah.
Starting at 11, it's off to the races. So shout out to our friends over at Coors Light. Oh, if you're looking to make the most of the times you want to chill, go visit CoorsLight.com/DNVR and you can get Coors Light delivered straight to your door.
And one more time, just to give a shout out to everyone that's joined the Supporters Club already. We'd really appreciate it if you joined us. And we got Turd Curry dropping in an LFB in the chat right now. It unlocks some cool emojis that are exclusive to the Supporters Club. And also, just as it says, it really supports us. We really appreciate it. The very first day, in fact, the first 20 minutes of joining this is right now. So we appreciate if you become a member of the Supporters Club.
All right, let's quickly get to our bets here so we don't miss it. Presented by Bet365. Zach, I'm, as we speak, loading money into my account. That's how much confidence that you just spoke into my feelings of this game. Obviously, a little bit limited on options in the preseason.
Yeah.
But Broncos -3. Actually, it's moved from 3.5 to 3.
Oh, my goodness.
So,
because Tyler Shuck is playing?
There you go.
Yeah.
You're a quick study. Yeah. -3. Is that the move?
100%. I feel so confident about that. And honestly, entering the preseason, I'm like, I don't really know if you bet on the preseason because you don't know what's going to happen. And these first 2 games have told me all I need to know about how the Broncos are going to approach this. Yeah.
In Stiddy, we trust. I mean, you know Stidham and Elling are
GOAT.
going to do their thing.
Yes.
The GOAT of the preseason.
Yes.
I mean, he's MVP of the preseason for sure. So
If they gave that out, he would win. Like,
Oh,
they do it for
1000%.
Summer League. What are we doing here?
Wow.
They also give out Summer League champions. We need a preseason championship.
Yeah.
Well, how do you do that though? There's no tournament.
Point differential.
All right.
Broncos are up there. Didn't you say you want to see the Broncos outscore their opponents in the preseason 100 to 20
Yeah, we got to
something?
score 43 points today. And
If
only
it's-
allow 7.
If it's ever going to happen, it's against the Saints. It's Sean putting
By
it
the
on
way,
them.
Rod said we've been disrespecting the Saints. I don't think I've said a word about the Saints all week because I could not care less about the opponent in the preseason.
I think you just called them little guys when you were talking about Audric getting some carries. I think you
Well,
called them little guys. Like they were
I was
little
just
kids.
referring to the back of the roster guys as smaller, fair, I think, and weaker, fair, I think, than the starters.
You should hear what Ryan used to call the back of the roster guys. Future accountants.
Oh, well. And that's a good job.
Yeah, it is.
It's a job, but it's a job that's actually needed, really needed right now.
Who was it? Matt Lacoste, who was he spent one day as a roofer
Yep.
before he was like, I got to get back in the
You
NFL.
wrote the story. You wrote the story.
Yeah, Matt Lacoste got cut, was like, you know what? It's over for me. Time to just go get a normal job like a normal guy. So he's like, he goes and gets a job at this roofing company. And the first day they break for lunch, he's like, I'm just sitting at Chipotle. And I'm like, fuck this. He's like, I called my agent and was like, I'm back in. Get me a job somewhere.
Send out the facts. I'm back.
And then he, strung together a couple of years.
Yeah, he did. He
So
did.
good for Matt Lacoste, as I
Yes,
call him.
Lasauce. One guy we won't see today, I don't think we're going to see Nick Bonito, and that is the
Just
right
fine.
move. We know what Nick Bonito is.
Because of the bone spurs?
Yeah, just because he practiced all week, which was good to see. No reason to play him.
He'll probably get paid next week.
Yep.
Nice little payday.
Oh, yeah.
Come Monday or Tuesday.
Yep, in the week right
Yeah.
in between. Yeah, I could see that, absolutely.
Yeah. Could be sweet.
I think today could happen today.
Just pay him on the flight home.
Well, just like he's not in the game, so maybe he just goes up, sits in the owner's box,
Yep.
signs the deal.
Yep. Oh, man, that would be epic. I would love that.
Our pregame picks are presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app and use code DNVR365. Deposit $10 and place a bet of $5 to get $150 in bonus bets. All right, before we get out of here, let's buy and sell a little bit of stock. I think Benny, Henry, and I are like full-on Wall Streeters now. Like we're just cashing in. Every person we're buying stock on performs every week. So Zach, I'm gonna let you buy the first stock here.
Well, I'm buying Pat Bryant stock as much as I can get
You're
right
gonna have to
now.
get some from Benny because
Yeah.
he owns
I've been
a
doubling
large
down.
portion.
Well,
Yes.
Benny, you've been taking my advice then on the Pat Bryant here. This guy, if there's going to be someone, we haven't really seen a Broncos rookie outside of Devon Vele go off his first year from that receiver spot in a long time. And I mean, Vele had a good year last year, but that was 400 yards. I think Pat Bryant could go for 800. this year.
Whoa.
I really think he's going to explode the second half of this
Zach's
season.
always gonna one up your, optimism.
800 yards.
I think he can have the Puka Nacua type of season. And so that's why I'm going all in on Pat Bryant.
Well, I'm not going to do Pat Bryant stock today because I own a lot, so I'm just going to ride the wave right now. Stock that I'm buying today is RJ Harvey.
Ooh,
I am
good one.
buying RJ Harvey stock today. I think Sean's going to get him really involved, continue to get him involved. I think he did really well last week in terms of getting north and south, got in the end zone. I think we'll see a couple screens today from him, maybe hopefully on some third downs, see him pass protect, but I am buying RJ Harvey stock today.
Okay, and you know what? Just since we're doing stock for today, Pat Bryant first touchdown.
Ooh.
I wish you could bet it.
I know.
I wish you could bet
I
it.
know.
So usually when you buy a stock, you do it because you believe it's going to go up. You have a lot of belief in it. And then if it goes down, to me, that's just like more reason to buy it. Like nothing has changed in my Jahdae Barron pursuit that makes me think all of a sudden he's not going to be good anymore. So every week I've bought it, every week it's been neutral-ish. I think maybe down a little bit. Last week I would say probably more neutral. I'm going to buy Jahdae Barron stock again. Was it Brandon Jones who had the quote about him this week?
Yep.
That made me feel a lot better about my holdings in Jahdae Barron Inc. And so I'm going to keep buying. I think that it's going to come for him when he gets out on the field and he's allowed to just be a playmaker. And I think they're, like Benny and I talked about last week, it feels like he's not quite settled yet. He's still thinking a little bit. And I think at any moment it's just going to click. And I think they're going to play him a lot today to try and get that click to happen.
Well, Ryan, your dollar on Jahdae Barron is going to go even further in terms of the stocks because his stock is actually down right now because he sat out Thursday's practice with a soft tissue little flare-up, which to me is like, oh, no. But he's supposed to play today.
Okay,
So that's actually, Sean said he's going to be fine. It's hard to believe that when a guy pops up with a soft tissue injury. If he plays today, which it looks like he's going to, that actually means he is fine, which is a huge sigh of relief.
Your next stock?
My next stock for today or overall, or a little bit of both.
I mean, this is an opportunity. The market is the market.
Okay, the
It lasts
market's the
forever.
market. I'm going to go with J.K. Dobbins. Sean has, interestingly enough...
You're gonna buy? Is he gonna play?
I think so.
Okay.
But this is also the stock
Yeah,
for overall.
it's fine.
Sean's done a fascinating thing with J.K. Dobbins. He's made him very quiet, and during preseason, barely played him, and I think it's intentional. I don't think he wants the Titans to know what's about to hit him. I think J.K. is going to be the overwhelming guy to start the season. I love your R.J. Harvey stock, but let that one progress throughout the season because J.K., they are going, when he's healthy, they're going to use him as much as they possibly can. I think J.K. is going to shoot out of the gates and be like, a lot of Broncos fans will be like, oh yeah, I forgot we had him. And then he's going to get the Broncos' first 100-yard rushing game since Latavius Murray did that many years ago.
Jeez, we haven't had a 100-yard rusher since Latavius.
So not in the Sean Payton era.
Correct.
Jeez.
Holy
How
shit.
crazy is that?
Wow. All right. One more for each of us, Benny, and then we'll get the watch along
My last
started.
one that I'm buying Riley Moss stock. I think he is going to be the most
yes.
targeted cornerback on our team this year. I think people are going to go away from Pat Surtain. If I think about the Titans and what they're going to try to do, they're going to try to get Calvin Ridley on Riley Moss. So Riley Moss, I'm buying his stock in terms of him playing a lot better. I think he played really well last year, but even a lot better. If you can have two lockdown corners, if you can have a Chris Harris and a Aqib Talib type situation where the outside is all locked down, I mean, your defense goes to another level, and that's not top five defense. That's the number one defense.
That's such a good stock. I love it.
I think we're all finishing with starter stocks here. So let me grab a little bit of Evan Ingram while it's still available out there. We didn't even expect to see him last week. He went out and made a big play. I think he's making another big play today, but I think he's going to be making big plays for this team all year.
I love it. I love it. And that's a lot of stock that's going to be up for the Broncos.
Yep. All right, well, you're going to have to take a break from our faces for about 5 minutes, but we'll be back with you guys for the watch along here in just a second. We'll see you then.
We all silly like the mayor.